Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul, featuring.
Kim, holistic roots here.
And what we are going to talk about for today is about simply the difference between us idolizing people, idols, or ourselves. Which do we choose, in a sense? So, for most of us in our lives, we idolize. We were just literally talking about this a minute ago. We idolize people by when we see, for example, we see a model on TV. We want to be just like that model. We want to dress just like that because that's what we see as beautiful. When we see a person in a suit who has money, fame, and power, we want the same thing because we feel that'll be exactly how it feels for us. We desire what other people desire instead of creating our own look, our own style, our own creativity, our own brilliance of who we are instead of trying to look like everybody else. We are always looking to follow trends but never looking to follow ourselves and growing ourselves in our own unique way. And I think it becomes an issue with people because for most of us, including myself when I was younger, I used to, for example, I used to idolize a lot of artists, and I used to always desire to be like them until I realized that a lot of things that were untrue, and I had to realize in myself the hardest part was I was always putting myself down, and I was always idolizing these people instead of taking care of myself first. And that became a problem in my own life in growing who I was. Of course, I'm growing to that evolution as of now, and it's an everyday process. It's not perfect because, of course, there are people you may look to for information, and you may, for example, think that, oh, this information has to be true, but the thing is, you can't allow information that people give you or anything someone says to be the full truth. You have to look within yourself and see if that works for you or understand a bigger truth of if it works for the whole, which is the collective of our species.
That's hella valid. Um, for my perspective, within that, adding to that, it's a matter of just seeking like where you are within self. A lot of times we need a sense of belonging, and not having enough time to I want to say figure out where we stand and where our character lies and what makes us who we are as individuals. And I myself really don't have that problem, um, in a sense of very early on I really had to understand, you know, through circumstances, and sometimes, you know, there are kids out there who don't really have a lot, and you have to figure out how to fit into society, where we are commercialized so much and we have to meet certain standards that aren't even realistic. And we have to understand that this is entertainment. What we see on TV and what we hear on the radio and what we see in certain aspects of entertainment,
It's not
it's
real.
not real. And understanding that it's a program, it's a very illusional program to keep you fixated and focused on things that is participating in directing you into a form of thinking. And I'll just leave it at that. It's up to you as an individual to choose to sort out where you are, what your likes and dislikes are, not because a large group of people are swaying in a certain direction or you're being told that this is what's in, and this is the way that you have to do it. And it is a lot of pressure, especially those who are in any type of educational system, whether it be elementary, junior high school, or college. There's always pressure to be something someone else says this is how it goes. And I am definitely very proud of a lot of individuals that are out there who are seeking individuality and saying, you know, this is where I am, this is where I stand, you take it or leave it. It's not about, you know, how I appear or what social space that I'm in. It's really about where you resonate in within your mind and your spirit, and of course move according to what you resonate with within your environment. And very well, there's people out there who are in a corporate environment, and you have to participate in some sort of fashion and manner. That's where you lie within that. But even within that, seek your own individuality. Or those who are in certain environments and you have to compromise, but never steer away from your own true self. And I myself have been in spaces where I've had to participate in certain areas of business where I didn't give a damn. I just had to be myself. But understanding where people are resonating with and allowing yourself to be comfortable, because if you're comfortable with you, then everyone else has no choice but to be comfortable with you because you're comfortable.
And I think
that's self-love.
I think that's something that's vitally important. One of, for example, here's a good story about, many people know about Jim Carrey. And I remember hearing this story about his father. His father wanted to be a comedian and everything, but he ended up deciding to be an accountant instead because it was the safe route. And following the safe route is one thing, but you're going to be constantly told what to do, in a sense that, oh, you should do this instead because it's going to make you this amount. You have to stabilize and this and that. You have to look within yourself and realize, what do you desire to create? What do you desire? What do you love? What do you enjoy?
Well, a lot of people participate in things that are very successful at things that they may not very well like. I tell people, if you are good at things that you really are not like all that fascinated by, just imagine what you can do with things that you do like.
Exactly.
And it's just understanding that you're here to have this human experience and you owe no one nothing. A lot of times we try to uphold what our family and friends think and our co-workers, those around us think, and it takes away from the very essence of why we came, and it's just seeking out our divine purpose and participating in these illusions and what other people are doing. That's their program, that's their path. And if somebody that's famous is participating in the art of their performance, that's where they are. It's not what life really is all about for each individual.
And again, it's a choice. Do like I said, doing what you love. If that's, I'm not saying just for him being a comedian, but whatever you love personally in your life that you enjoy, make it happen. And even if you feel like, well, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z, even doing it a little at a time when you're working or doing something else, you are at least expressing your uniqueness of who you are. And that's a hard thing for most people to come by, because we live in a world where people feel that safety is everything. And the thing is, safety has led you to a point of getting rid of your freedom, in a sense. You can be as safe as you desire, but still not have the freedom to do exactly what you desire. So many people may have the safety to go and do X, Y, and Z, but they can't travel. Or they can't do what they really enjoy because they're constantly trying to make sure every little thing is intricately in place, so I don't have to pay for this, I don't have to do this, and then they don't have anything really left to do. They don't have a lot of money left because they're paying bills and everything else. And all that is, of course, a part of what is going on in this reality. However, doing what you enjoy is more vital than worrying about what your parents are saying, what your friends, your acquaintances, your employees, your employers, whoever is out there saying. It is you who needs to idolize you for who you are, not the other way around. Love yourself for who you are, because the truth is, you can never change what those people are doing out there. They're going to keep doing what they do, and one way or another, you acting like that, you have to ask yourself that question: does it work for you to be like that person? Is this who you are? Is the question you really need to ask. And for the people out there, please put that in the comments down below. If you are idolizing people, ask Tell me what your thoughts are. Is this really truly who you are as a person? Keep that in mind as to who you are. It's vitally important. But do you have anything else to say? We're going to be closing soon.
Stay true to you. Practice the art of minding your own individual business. Nothing else. Because you have come to have a human experience alone and bare and very powerful. So carry on. That's all.
Absolutely. And again, seriously, carry on being just as amazing as you are, as beautiful as you are, as divine as who you are, because you are the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. Yeah. And remember that to know thyself is to know the creator within, who you truly are. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.